I'm Andrea Robinson, Delta's Master Sommelier, and we need to talk bubbles. I've got some great picks for the Delta Airlines Wine by the Glass program in our Sky Clubs, and these are wonderful examples to teach you a little bit about the main styles of bubbly wine. The big differences in the styles of bubbly wine are the grapes used to make them and how they get the bubbles in the bottle. So let's talk about our two 187 Wine by the Glass selections. We have a Prosecco. It's the sparkling wine of the moment from Italy, the classic Italian Prosecco from right outside of Venice that's used for the Bellini cocktail and just absolutely spells Italian romance the moment you get your nose in the glass. And the grape used for Prosecco, it's the local indigenous Glera grapes. Yummy stuff. This is Mionetto's Prosecco DOC, which means controlled denomination, so it's from the official Prosecco region. And then we also have a classic French champagne, Moet and Chandon Brut Imperial. Now, champagne, which to be called champagne properly must come from the Champagne region of France, is classically a blend of grapes. The grapes are Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, both dark-skinned grapes, and the classic that you all know and love, Chardonnay. It's also typically a blend of vintages for complexity and consistency. So that's the grapes. Now, how do they get the bubbles in the bottle? For champagne, it's the traditional method, and I'll explain that. And for Prosecco, it's what's called the Charmat method. In both cases, we want a second fermentation. The wine gets made as still dry white wine, and then a second fermentation is allowed, which creates the bubbles in the bottle because carbon dioxide is the byproduct of the fermentation. Where the fermentation takes place is one of the key differences between Prosecco and champagne. For Prosecco, the fermentation takes place in a large tank and usually happens fairly quickly, and the wine is bottled and ready for sale. So it's a little less expensive, making it a great, affordable, everyday bubbly, which we love. Champagne, on the other hand, has its second fermentation take place in the bottle. After that fermentation, there are of course bubbles in the bottle, but there are also the yeast that perform the fermentation and the aging on the yeast for long years in chalk cellars that are more than 2,000 years old is what gives champagne that amazing complexity and what contributes to what's called the traditional method, second fermentation in the bottle. Any classic wine can be made that way, but champagne is the original. So what are the differences in the glass? Yay, my favorite part. With Prosecco, more floral, easy drinking, bright and citrusy. With champagne, because of that extra aging on the yeast, you get more bready, toasty qualities, a little more complexity. So it's really what you're in the mood for. Or if you got a little extra time, try them both. We also have some other champagne selections, a 375 milliliter bottle of Canard du Chêne. It's another champagne. Brut on the label means it's dry, and it's a blend of the three grapes, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. And for those special times when you may want to splurge, we also have the icon, Dom Perignon, Krug Grand Cuvée, it's a sommelier favorite, and Louis Roederer Cristal. All of those are what are considered to be tête de cuvée or prestige cuvées of champagne, meaning the top of the line. And hey, if you've got something to celebrate, you deserve it. So those are our sparkling wines and French champagnes from the Delta Sky Club Wine by the Glass program. I'd sure love your feedback on the wines, and if you want more information, check out the video wine course for deep dive videos on Prosecco and champagne. In the meantime, enjoy your wine flight.